I'm back from Mongolia after my nearly 4 months in the last trip during the wintertime, and I'm back in Calgary, Canada. And I had a number of family and friends who were asking more questions about Mongolia, so I thought I would connect with my good friend Bayarra, who is not only a journalist in Mongolia, but he's also a coordinator with the Judo Federation, and he's also got his own YouTube channel called Real Mongolia. So I'm going to ask Bayarra a number of questions, and we're going to get the real answers out of Bayarra. So Bayarra, is Mongolia a democracy and is it safe to travel?
Hello Will, how are you doing? Thank you so much for your questions. Yes, Mongolia is a democratic country and we are very proud of it. These anti-corruption and no-war demonstrations in front of the parliament building are proof of it. Just 30 years ago, doing such a thing was unimaginable because we were one of the satellite states of the Soviet Union and were under the communist system. At the time, those who criticized the government and Soviets were often imprisoned. And then, in 1990, thanks to the brave and young people, we became a democratic country with a multi-party system. And yes, Mongolia is a safe country to travel. You can come here anytime you want and enjoy our famous hospitality. In a nomadic herding culture, it is customary to respect guests and treat them well. No matter the circumstances, you can expect hot tea, delicious pastry and dairy products when visiting a herder's gear. So, welcome!
Great answer. Hey, Bayarra, I hope you like the backdrop. We got the Rocky Mountains as backdrop. Okay, next question. Many people are asking about what's the religion in Mongolia? What's the predominant religion and what's the history of religion in Mongolia?
Well, I love the backdrop. It kinda reminds me of my hometown in Tsaukhon province in western Mongolia, which I miss a lot. So more than 50% of Mongolians are Buddhists, like me and my family. Tibetan Buddhism first came to Mongolia around 13th century and gradually became our main religion. And then came communism. Between 1930 to 1940, the communist government repressed religious practices. They destroyed monasteries and killed thousands of monks and intellectuals, which was part of the Stalin's Great Purge. My grandparents lived through those dark times and told me many stories about it. And after the 1990 Democratic Revolution, freedom of religion was restored throughout the country. Mongolian shamanism or Tingrism is also very popular, which predates Buddhism in our country. Even Chinggis Khan was a Tingrist. We also have a Christian and Muslim minority here.
That's a great summary. I enjoyed visiting a lot of the old Buddhist temples, and it's unfortunate that a lot of them were destroyed back in the 30s and 40s, but it's great to see a restoration. Okay, another question we had in, there's only one major city within Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. You tell me it's like living there.
What's it like to live in Ulaanbaatar? Oh boy. Well, I've been living here since I was 4 years old, after my family moved from Western Mongolia to here. Ulaanbaatar, or Red Hero, another reminder of our communist past, is located in the north-central part of the country, and it has over 1 million residents, most of whom are young people. It's a lively city where basically everything happens because 1/3 of the country's entire population live here. It's both the economic and cultural capital of our country. So if you want a career and a high salary, you have no choice but to live here. But if you like peace and quiet like me, I recommend smaller cities like Erdenet or Darkhan. Because with the fast development of the city comes air pollution and traffic jams. Other than that, I enjoy living here.
Bayarra, what's the key economy in Mongolia? We know you talk about the agriculture, we know the mining and energy is important.
Yes, our mining sector has been booming in the past 15 years thanks to large gold, coal and copper mines like Oyu Tolgoi, Taun Tolgoi, Hushut and Gatsort. It makes up about 24% of our GDP as of 2020, followed by agriculture, which is around 14%. Traditionally, Mongolia's economy has been based mainly on agriculture and livestock, which still represent a huge portion of our GDP. But it's all about mining right now. There's no denying. We export cashmere, wool, hides and other animal products. Cashmere is a big one. We supply almost half of the unprocessed cashmere in the global market. We want to increase our export capacity, but being stuck between two big countries, Russia and China, doesn't really help that much with that. So in short, agriculture and livestock were the game before. Now it's extractive industries, copper, gold, coal, uranium and tin. So it's been a long time since the times of raiding and trading, fellas.
Bayarra, describe me your favorite tourist spots that you would like to go to in your own country, Mongolia, that people want to travel to.
Well, there are many great tourist attractions in our country and I've been to most of them. For example, there are Flaming Cliffs, Singing Sand Dunes, Vulture Gorge and Ong Monastery in southern Mongolia, Hubskil Lake, Reindeer People Camp, Amarbaysalın Monastery and Deerstone Monument in northern Mongolia. Eagle Hunter Kazakh people live in the west and the vast green grasslands lie in the east. Mongolia is a huge country with many different ethnic groups and many interesting wild animals. So it's hard for me to name just one place. Each part of Mongolia is unique and beautiful in its own way. But if I had to choose one, it's my birthplace, Zahum Province, where Gobi Desert and mountain ranges meet, where one of Mongolia's most sacred and beloved mountains lies, Otkontinger Mountain. I was born and bred there and I'm planning to visit my birthplace this summer. To me, it's one of the most beautiful places on earth.
One of the last questions was, what is the one thing that you would want viewers to know about Mongolia? You've got your own Real Mongolia channel, you're very proud of Mongolia. What's the one thing you'd like future travelers to Mongolia to know about your country?
I want people who are interested in Mongolia to know that you are always welcome here, anytime. If you don't visit us, well, then we will visit you with our horses. I'm just kidding. Our people have been living and herding their livestock in the Central Asian steppe for thousands of years. If you come here, then you will see that we are still living the same way our ancestors did. Riding horses, herding sheep and goats, and migrating from place to place in search of good pasture. It's a peaceful life, one that is in harmony with nature. We respect and revere our mother nature, mountains, rivers, lakes, and valleys. Everything has a spirit which needs to be protected. That is what we believe. I want people to see real Mongolia, not tall buildings, fashion brands, big mines, and greedy politicians. No, real Mongolia is vast grasslands, enormous mountains, Gobi Desert, and endless deep blue sky. Real Mongolia is a nomadic herders who know that without Mother Nature, humanity can't survive. So we have to protect it. Real Mongolia is the warriors who gallop around their homeland on horseback with pride and courage. That is real Mongolia. Thank you so much, my friend, and stay safe. See you soon.
Bayarra, thanks for that input today. If people would like to hear more from us, we'll probably do another video interview. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to going back to Mongolia this year. And you take care. Hope all is well.